my sense is that the Democrats, you know, even the ones who went to Bibi's speech, all feel like didn't have much impact. That the plan, at least from this end of the speech, insofar as, you know, how it's going to affect American politics, is, I think it didn't succeed.
You know, I mean, they had Yarmouth go out from Kentucky, who's actually pretty progressive. He ripped the speech.
Yep.
I mean, basically the consensus was you can't dictate our foreign policy and you're being childish.
That's right. And it was, you know, the speech was well delivered. He is a good Republican politician, but, you know, they let him off the hook because he doesn't have to talk about, you know, how you get gay when you go to prison or what's happening with Boko Haram.
He would say it better. He'd be like,
Right.
Prison makes you gay. He would say it more authoritatively.
Right, exactly.
BB way.
But here is Chris Matthews telling MSNBC's John Roberts just how offensive, Thomas Roberts, just how offensive this speech was.
Do you think that is Netanyahu right, that the president can't be trusted on getting a secure deal out of Iran?
Well, that's, you know, I'll get to the heart of this speech now. This man from a foreign government walked into the United States legislative chamber and tried to take over U.S. foreign policy. He said, you should trust me, not your president, on this. I am the man you should trust. I am your true leader on this question of U.S. Geopolitics. To protect yourself, you must listen to me and not to this president. It was a startling situation to allow someone to come in knowing that that was going to be their message in the chamber of the U.S. Congress. This was a decision made by and certainly complied with by Netanyahu and his ambassador Dermer. They went into the U.S. Congress to take over U.S. foreign policy today from the president. It's a remarkable day when the leaders of the opposition in Congress allowed this to happen. Think it through. What country in the world would let a foreign leader come in and attempt to wrest from the president control of U.S. foreign policy? And that's what the applause was about today. That was what the battle of applauses was about, to take power away from the president. So we'll see. It may succeed. We may see that there's going to be a lot more legislative intent here in terms of any treaty, a stronger push by Congress to insist on a vote up or down on any treaty. But clearly that was what was going on here.
When it comes
This was a takeover attempt by Netanyahu with his complying American partners to take American foreign policy out of the hands of the president.
Yeah, good for Matthews. I mean, I think, you know, I think that was, I think that certainly was the idea 3 months ago when they started planning this. Like, we're going to crash the entire Iran negotiations. That failed. Their fallback position was maybe we can get a, you know, drive a little bit of a wedge between the Democrats and, I don't know, Sheldon Adelson, as if there needed to be more of a wedge. But we can drive a wedge in, you know, in some, I don't know, Jewish
maybe congressional Democrats will cave and turn on Obama. I think that was the last case strategy.
Well, I mean, I think they want, and I think in the end, it ended up, I think, empowering those of us who don't equate Israeli policy with what the Likud wants, or I should say, don't equate our support for Israel with the Israeli government necessarily. So,
so I suppose the Holocaust has never happened. Okay, okay, Sam.
Oh, don't even get me into that.
I have my friend Eli Wiesel,
yeah, exactly.
Yes, who is using his entire legacy for cynical, cheap political stunts at all times.
Unbelievable.